Hello, my Totodile family. Welcome back to another episode of Totodile Tales. 5,000 subscribers! 5,000 people have clicked on that subscribe button. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to this channel. We've been creating such a wonderful community here of fantastic people. I absolutely love each and every one of you, so thank you for being here. You are all amazing. So thank you so much for supporting me, and we're going to do a sort of AMA. I've got some questions from you, so we are going to go over them. First question coming in from ASD girl Bella. What inspired you to start making YouTube videos? So I was living in Japan working as an English teacher, and I've been very creative for most of my life. I do a lot of theater, and being in Japan, I didn't really have a creative outlet. And so I was watching Leonhardt and Real Breaking Nate a lot. And I had just started getting into Pokemon cards again because my friends would go to card shops and secondhand shops and look for magic cards. And so I would go with them, and I started looking at Pokemon cards, and I slowly started picking up some promo cards and other cards that I just liked the look of. And it turned into me showing those things off. So my very first video isn't even on this channel. It's on another channel I had that I started when I lived in Japan?
I was never actually clear on that.
Japan, and I wanted to start vlogging about my everyday life. Unfortunately, my camera on my Google Pixel died, and it was just a common thing, and my warranty was over, so I couldn't get a new one, and it was just too expensive for me on a teacher's salary in Japan to buy a brand new camera, like, and a phone. So I slowly started making videos. You'll see some of the videos on this channel, on the older ones. Holy cow, they are grainy. To answer this question, what inspired you? It was just to show off the things that I was finding in Japan that I enjoyed, and I really enjoyed watching people like Real Breaking Nate, who I still enjoy watching. So thank you, Bella, for your question. Up next is from Skull. Hey, Toto, question for the AMA. What are some of the craziest items you've seen or purchased as a Pokemon collector?
That's crazy.
So the craziest items that I have purchased, I mean, this is the thing. At the time, they weren't that crazy. So, in perspective, for me, spending $150 on a Pokemon card when I lived in Japan was a lot. So, I purchased the Edvard Munch Mimikyu, which some of you know. It'll come up later as one of my most expensive cards. It's actually sitting right there behind me. There's the Mimikyu, there's the Pikachu.
Pikachu!
But that whole Edvard Munch set, when I lived in Japan, there was a secondhand shop in Nagoya that I'd go to, and it was awesome. It's called Mandrake, and it was super cool. And I went there, and they had the Mimikyu for $150. And I found the Pikachu, I found the Rowlet, I found the Eevee, and I found the Psyduck. But the Mimikyu was the hardest one for the batch to get, because you could only get it by going to the event in Tokyo and buying a specific file folder. And it came in it, and that's what I have there. It's all one. I saw it, and then it just worked out perfectly that I ended up getting my bonus for the year around the same time as my birthday, and so I used part of my bonus to buy a $150 card, which is insane. It's like, that was so much money to me at the time. That card is now raw, like 3,000 US. In the sealed package, there's barely any sold listings. There's like one sold listing for the last few months, and it's about 4,000 US dollars. So that's one of the craziest things that I have done. Some of the other craziest things I have seen in the Pokemon card community here in Canada, there's a guy who grades. He's like the biggest submitter of cards to PSA in Canada. And recently he posted something that blew my mind, and it was Legendary Collection, a full set of reverse hollows. So the Legendary Collection, they look like fireworks. I'll put an example up. He had an entire PSA 9 set, an entire PSA 8 set, like the entire, all of them, every single one. And they were selling for just like, I don't know, 40, 50, I can't remember exactly how much it was. It was so much. And it's things like that that are so cool to me, because you can see first edition base set booster box, it's like, oh, $300,000, you know, it's a booster box. But somebody went through the time of getting a certain thing graded, or seeing certain black label Beckett cards that would normally be, let's say, a couple $1,000s, are now like $50,000, $60,000, $60,000 because it got that Beckett black label and is now a perfect card. Thank you for your question. Next up, question from POKEDELICS. How many nose passes could a nose pass if a nose pass could pass noses? Ooh, okay, so that would be 3. Question from Princess Lexi. What was your Pokemon and your first shiny? What was my Pokemon? I'm guessing Totodile is my Pokemon, my favorite Pokemon. My first shiny was actually in Pokemon Crystal. And I didn't know it was shiny at the time. I have no idea if I even realized. I can't remember catching that Pokemon. Maybe I saw it and was like, something's different about it. Maybe I should catch it. But as I was going through my boxes, like 10 years ago when I was looking through the Pokemon boxes from when I was a kid, because Crystal came out in what, 2001? 2002? So I would have been 9, 8. And I was looking through my boxes, and I knew what Pokemon cards. I knew what shiny Pokemon were at this point. And so, as I was looking through, I found a shiny Girafarig. A shiny Girafarig of all things. And it would have been 1 in 8,000 chance to find that, because that's what the odds were in those original games.
That's so many.
So a 1 in 8,000 chance of finding a shiny Girafarig. And I caught it? That's the craziest thing, is that I caught it, because I wouldn't know what shinies were. So thank you for your question, shiny Girafarig. Unfortunately, those Game Boy games had little batteries in them, and all of mine they're lost. The memory on them is gone. They only lasted for about 10 or 15 years, and I've tried them out since then. And the games, you can play them, but you can't save because the battery is powered by the save file, save cartridge, whatever, is powered by a tiny little battery. And so it is gone forever.
They're dead?
Up next, we have a question from the PokeDuo. PokeDuo said, if you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, what would it be? Oh, these are difficult questions. Pokemon questions, I'm usually like, boom, 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 boom. If I could eat one thing for the rest of my life, what would it be? I love lasagna. I don't have it very often. My mom makes a lasagna that I really love, but again, it takes hours and hours to make it, so don't make it very often at all. So lasagna would be one. Reese's peanut butter cups. Hopefully one day, just like A Drive, will get sponsored by Reese's.
Keep dreaming.
So 50,000 subscribers, here we come. Reese's peanut butter cup. Actually, I take back all of that. If I could eat one thing for the rest of my life, it would be sriracha. That's it. Just like regular Hoi Foods sriracha. Unfortunately, I've heard they've changed the recipe because there's been a dispute with peppers. I'm not gonna go into it.
You already did.
But sriracha from like a couple of years ago. Next up, we have Jake's Awesome Vids. Jake's Awesome Vids asks, what's your most expensive card? So I think I talked about it just a few minutes ago, and that is going to be the Edvard Munch Mimikyu. Technically, the Pikachu is now worth a little more because I have it as a PSA 10. But there's so few listings of this Mimikyu in its original file folder. It's sealed in the folder you bought it in Tokyo in 2018. So I'd say that's the most valuable thing that I own, is probably the Mimikyu, with the Pikachu being a close second. And now I have the entire line. Actually, you won't see that yet because I just got my other graded videos back today. This weekend is the next part of our grading, our last part of 3. And spoiler alert, I did get a 10 Rowlet, so I have all 5 of, well, I have 4 of them as 10s, and then I have the Mimikyu sealed in the original packaging. So those are the most expensive products I own. Thank you, Jake. And that's all. Lol. Also, what should I buy if I go shopping this week?
We can buy everything!
Walmart in the States. You guys get the craziest deals. You guys get the... I'm in Canada for anybody who's hasn't watched this before. Walmart has Crown Zenith Pikachu boxes, which are different from the ones that came out earlier this year. These ones come with 7 Crown Zenith packs, 2 promos, a jumbo card, and a new Pikachu Gigantamax pin. And it's so good. And it's 25 bucks. I want to come down to the States just to buy up a bunch of them. It's similar to the Darkrai box you guys got last year. You got a random Darkrai with like 8 packs or something for $20. So this is Crown Zenith, 25 bucks, 7 packs. That's one of the best deals you can get. So if you see any of those at Walmart, definitely grab one. I would love to go down to the States and get some of those. Maybe I'll make a little trip. Next up, we have a question from Dusa. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Nailed it.
Is it Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Is it C? Is that it? I definitely do not. I definitely do not Sprechen the Deutsch. I thought it was de Deutsch. Am I imagining that? Sprechen Sie Deutsch. I hope this is entertaining for you. That is my question. Finally, we have our last question. Our last question goes to Travis Dubois. He says, why did you grade that Centiskorch? Don't you know nobody likes Centiskorch? I don't know. I don't know why. I just don't, you know? I don't know.
You gotta relax. I'm a professional actor.
And with that, that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for the 5,000 subscribers. Thank you for making it to the end here. If you have, make sure to hit that like button for me. Our next goal, 50,000 subscribers. Easy, done. Just a little hop in the pond, you know, a little push in the snow. I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have yourself an absolutely wonderful day. Yes, this weekend there will be a graded card video coming out, so be ready for that. 20 more cards, all between 200 and 500 US dollars. Very, very happy with the ones we got back. So thank you for being here. I will see you later for alligators.